Because of our current state of unsustainability, I believe, especially when we're speaking about ecological terms and the need to reduce our footprint ecologically, I feel there's going to be a strong need very soon, needs to be enacted in the next year, to have an eco and health risk tax. And the reason is because the resources that we've been using have never been paid for. The ecological, the value of our ecological, of our ecology, the value of our natural resources have never had a price tag associated with them. So we've been using them as if they're free, and in fact they're not free. Let's look at water alone. Although water on Earth remains, the amount of water on Earth remains constant, the consumptive form it happens to be in is not. So as we use fresh water, especially out of our ancient aquifer systems, they're being depleted at rates that we can't replenish them in our lifetime, especially various ancient aquifers in California, the Central Valley, the Ogallala, and the Corn Belt. These are areas where they're heavily involved in agriculture and heavily involved in livestock. So they're using our water systems at a much greater rate than what they should be if they're using plant-based systems. But there are also other aquifers that are being used at a rate that is not going to be replenished in our lifetime. So I feel there needs to be, whether you apply it through water or any other type of resource that we're plundering, there has to be some form of taxation. You can call it incentivizing to soften it, but basically the approach to how we can become more sustainable has to be made through not only education, through grassroots efforts. We have to lift ourselves up in terms of enlightenment, but we also have to create some form of taxation, and I would call it an eco and health risk tax, because we've never really paid for the services that we've used before we eat the food, in terms of how to produce it and what resources are used. And we also don't pay for those risk factors that occur after we eat this food, increasing the risk of the 5 most common diseases in Western society and cancers. So I feel that there has to be some economic correlation between this, because our heads have always been turned in the other direction. We've always looked the other way and never wanted to pay for these resources. As we understand more about our relationship with our resources, our natural resources, and planet Earth, which sustains all of us and nourishes all of us, we do need to understand that as individuals, it won't matter how healthy we are if our planet isn't healthy. And the more we understand this, and the more we realize that we're in this overshoot mode, demanding more of our planet's resources than what it can supply, the more dismal things can seem, the more gloomy the picture is. But there is something that we can all do about this. We can change this around. Are we losing habitat and are we losing species as I speak here? Yes, we are. But we can change this. We can change it to the point where future generations will have a sustainable environment for themselves, to help sustain them. We can change it so that we can save species on Earth. We can save our own species, we can save other species. We can do this in terms of educating. We need to create educational avenues. We can do this by educating the educated. We can educate those in academic positions and those funders in business situations to make them more aware about the connection between food choice and our environment and sustainability. And importantly, there is hope, because all of us can do something today. We can all save lives immediately. We can all be heroes. We can all be superheroes. We can all essentially save lives and save our planet, save resources with every single thing that we eat every single day. We just have to change it over immediately to whole food, plant-based systems, especially those that are grown organically. We will save resources, we will save lives, and we need to impress this upon our youth. We need to impress it upon all those around us, and we need to be examples, because the future to our society is held by all of us. The key is what we find on our plates.